Hi, welcome to my config tutorial. I'm Adam Smith. This tutorial is on the PDF output toolbar and the publish command. The PDF output toolbar, found here on the left, has 4 buttons, one for each paper size ranging from A4 through to A1. The publish command is found under the AutoCAD button and 6 buttons down. Now, the prerequisite for this function to work is that your machine has Adobe Professional installed. So just to be clear, we're not talking about Adobe Acrobat, which is a light viewer. It needs to be the full professional viewer. From there, the creation of all PDFs is very fast. We use the AutoCAD Publish for our batch drawings, such as the single parts and assemblies, and we use the single PDF toolbar for our marking plans and one-off plots. Okay, so for Publish, before the first use, we need to fix some of the settings. Under Device and Printers, we find Adobe PDF. If you right-click on that and bring up Printing Preferences. Now it's important for us here that we set a couple of settings. The first here is the Adobe PDF Output folder. Now I like to set that to the Bentley folder, so Program Files, select Series 5 in this instance, AutoCAD 2013 Detail. The reason I put it in the Detail folder is that's where ProSteel is already putting all the details. So I want to keep the PDFs and the details together at this point. From there, I will ship them out either onto the server or onto the job folder. So Detail is where we're going to put them. The next thing is I want to make sure that the PDF page size is as big as my settings go. Now, at the moment, A1 is the largest paper that I can set to. Finally, the other important one is that we do not view the PDF results. That way it won't come up every time it creates one. Okay, and I don't bother asking to replace PDFs either. Okay, so I have these three ones here ticked. Tick OK. That's the settings you need for Adobe Professional. Okay. Now from there, we can come up to the AutoCAD button, Publish. Now this is the Publish environment. So the first things you'll see here is that we have the sheet model and the sheet layout. Okay, because that's effectively what's open here. So I want to close those down. So select those guys and remove them. Right. From there, I would like to load the new ones that I want. Now see, I'm here in my detail folder. And here's some that I prepared earlier. So I'm just going to select 3 or 4 of those. You may do anywhere up to probably 200 or 300 at a time. I probably wouldn't do more than 200 or 300 because it tends to get pretty heavy on the resources. Okay. Now in your first time that you'll run this, you'll also need to include just the model, because at the moment the model is where all of our drawings are put. Right? We don't want the layout tab. Okay, so just the model, select, and you can see that it puts our versions and our drawings in here. And you'll see that I have a page set up here already assigned for your automatically created drawings. From there, we want to make sure that we publish in the background. And I don't want to open a viewer when it's done. Okay, so make sure you untick that. Now the first time you publish, you'll get a couple of messages come up. Do you want to save results and so forth? Look, you don't really want to save results. Okay, I've run this before, so they're a one-off. They're a one-off item. So you'll see down here, I've got, whoops. Hopefully you can see that we have the publish is in progress. And when it's ready to go, we'll have these little screens pop up to tell us that the drawing has already been created. Okay, so it's publishing those PDFs as we speak. Okay, now one of the things to keep in mind, I don't work on my computer while it's doing this. I like to just let the computer do its thing. So I tend to do publish over lunch breaks. When I finish work, I leave the computer running and so forth. So time your publishing the best you can with this. When it's finished, you'll get a little screen will pop up and tell you that it's finished publishing. All right, so if I was to go out to C, Program Files, Bentley, Pro Structures, S5, 2013, Detail folder, here is my freshly created PDFs. Now just for the record, I actually have in the Bentley menu, accessories, depending on if you have a 32-bit system or a 64-bit system, I have a bulk rename tool here as well that you can run up and we can rename all of these PDFs en masse, and it gets rid of these little tail ends, the model one. Okay, but by default these will come out. Okay, so it's up to you whether you want to get rid of them or not. All right, so that's the batch PDFing. Like I said, probably don't do any more than maybe 200 at a time, because it does get a little bit heavy on resources. All right, from there, let's have a look at our plot toolbar. This is to do the one-offs. Okay, so this one here I am showing has an A1 border. So I will just come over here and I'll match the borders up. I wish to plot to an A1 PDF, and it's just a single click and it's done. Okay, so it's really snappy printing. All right, so that's there finished. If I come out to here now, that should now have a marking plan in there. Okay, there's our finished result. That's the end of my tutorial for now. Thank you very much.